So let's go to the structure of conference team meetings. You see the 5 bullets. The conference team meeting should be led by the chair. As we said, the chair is the head of the FUSSY team or the conference team. You should have them each evening to make sure that you have communication going on and have your whole team together. Don't make it longer than 1 hour, because actually the FUSSIes want to get to know the delegates. They also want to be around, so make sure they're very short and efficient. A good time would be to do them after the evening plenary, as you have the whole crowd of the conference team normally in the plenary. So you just take them, go directly in the FUSSY room, and you don't lose a lot of time with like people moving. So that always worked out really good. So what are like the typical agenda points that you have during a conference meeting? At the beginning, you should do a check-in with your conference team, or the chair should do a check-in. So people check the mood, see how the team is going. Do they need a lot of energy? Because actually there were a lot of little mistakes that happen, so there is not a good mood. Or is everybody energized? If you have a whole group, make sure that you think about a nice method how to do the check-in. Because if 30 people are talking and everybody is talking only for like half a minute, you have already a lot of time taken. So think about a nice check-in method. The second part that you should include in this meeting is feedback. But important is, only take feedback that can directly be like changed during the days. At the end of the conference, you will have a post meeting with the whole team. That's the time where you can review the conference and like a lot of feedback can be done. This time, if you have a meeting in the evening, you just take feedback that was really good or bad and can be changed on the next day. What I would always recommend is to use the start, stop, continue system, because that's really easy, and also address the feedback directly. So if a FUSSY has a feedback to the OC, then he's turning to the OC member and tells him to start, stop, or continue whatever thing. The third point for the conference team meeting is about making an agenda run-through with the team. You might have done that in the pre-meeting, and of course it's also done in the plenary, but it's really important that each person in the conference team knows what's happening in the next day, and you need to recheck if all the people who are responsible for any kind of session have prepared everything. So like these are the people that should run the conference, so make sure they know exactly what needs to happen in which minute. Of course, also use this time to announce the latest changes. And the last part is something that was very important during my last conferences. It's grounding. So what happens a lot of time is that you have the conference team and they are so eager to provide a perfect conference for the delegates that sometimes it gets forgotten that also the conference team should have a really nice experience. So think about something that you can do for a few minutes, and there a chair normally should lead it, and he a lot of times is experienced in these things, and ground the people. So either give them time to reflect, or let them think about their favorite moment they had so far. What were their conference goals? If you have a shout, make the FUSSY shout at the end. Something nice is also at the last 10 minutes, bring a bucket, like a carton of beer, and let the people just sit and relax for 10 minutes and let them talk. So make sure you have the small part in your meeting where the conference team gets something for them, something where they can get energy out of it and it grounds them. And these are like the 4 parts. Time-wise, you need to check what your team needs. If a lot of critical things happen, then maybe a huge feedback round is needed. If your FUSSY team does not have energy because they gave so much for the delegates, then maybe you do more grounding and motivation. If agenda changed a lot, you need to focus on that. So it depends a lot on how your conference is going, how much time you actually put on what time, like on what point.